You ever look at some people and wonder how they seem to just get it? How they build wealth while the rest of us feel like we're just treading water? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not magic, and you definitely don't need to be a Wall Street genius. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on personal finance and show you how to finally take control of your money.
I mean, if opening your banking app sometimes feels like you're about to watch a horror movie, believe me, you are not alone. That feeling, it's super common. But what if I told you that just by sticking around for the next few minutes, you're going to learn a few simple, powerful ideas that could totally transform how you think about money? Let's do this.
So what's the big secret to getting ahead financially? Honestly, it's way simpler than you think. It's not about crazy stock picks or complicated spreadsheets. It really is about planting a seed. And the best part? You don't need a green thumb to make it grow. You just need to know where to plant it and have a little bit of patience. So, let's get our hands dirty.
Okay, so we have established that this is something anyone can do. But why is it so important to get a handle on this stuff, like right now? Let's get into it. Let's be real for a second. The world of money can feel like the Wild West, right? There's a ton of confusing jargon, people yelling about the next big thing, and yeah, some real risks out there. That's why knowing your stuff isn't just about getting rich, it's about protecting yourself. It's about being able to spot a bad deal from a mile away. Think of it as your own personal GPS for navigating the financial world safely.
All right, so you've worked hard, you've paid the bills, and you've got a little cash left over. That's awesome. Now, what do you do with it? This brings us to the first really big decision everyone has to make with their money, the choice between saving and investing.
Okay, think of it this way. Saving is your financial safety net. It's the cash you keep handy for short-term stuff, when the car inevitably breaks down, or for that vacation you're planning next year. It's safe, it's there when you need it, but it's not really growing. Investing, on the other hand, that's like planting that seed we talked about. You're putting your money to work, giving it a real chance to grow into something much bigger over the long haul.
Get ready, because this next part is where things get really exciting. We're about to talk about the two secret ingredients that can turn even a small amount of money into a serious fortune. These aren't just financial terms, they are literal superpowers for your money. I'm talking about time and the amazing, incredible force of compounding.
It's a big deal when Albert Einstein himself calls something the eighth wonder of the world. And he was so right. See, when compounding is working for you, it's like a snowball rolling downhill, just getting bigger and bigger on its own. But when it's working against you, like with credit card debt, it's an absolute nightmare. Our job is to make sure that snowball is rolling in the right direction.
Now just look at these numbers. It starts off kind of slow, right? After 1 year, your 1,000 rupees only made 90. Big deal. But then look further down the road. See how it starts to pick up speed? By year 20, it's really moving. And by year 40? Whoa, it's taken off. That's because it's not just your original money earning interest anymore. It's your interest earning interest. It's a chain reaction. That's the magic.
And to really see how powerful this is, let's put it in perspective. With simple interest, that same 1,000 rupees would have grown to 4,600. Hey, not bad. But with the power of compounding, it's over 31,000. That is the difference between having a nice little bonus and having a life-changing amount of money. It makes all the difference.
Okay, here's a cool little mental math trick for you. It's called the Rule of 72. It's a super fast way to figure out about how long it'll take for your investment to double. You just take the number 72 and divide it by whatever interest rate you're getting. So if you're getting a 9% return, it'll take about 8 years for your money to double. Simple, right? It's a really powerful way to see compounding in action.
So we know compounding is this amazing force, but how do you actually make it work for you? Well, it's not about just randomly throwing money at things and hoping for the best. Nope, you need a plan. You need a roadmap, a blueprint for your own success. The legendary investor Warren Buffett absolutely nailed it with this quote. See, most people get paid, they spend their money, and then they try to save whatever's left over at the end of the month. Buffett's saying, flip that completely upside down. Pay yourself first. Decide how much you're going to save and invest right at the beginning. Then you live on the rest. I'm telling you, that one little mindset shift is a total game changer. Now, this might look a little, corporate and boring, but this isn't just a flowchart. It's your personal path to financial freedom. It starts with just taking an honest look at where you stand today. Then comes the fun part, dreaming about your goals. After that, it's about finding the right tools, making a strategy, and actually doing it. And don't forget that last step, review and revise. Life happens, right? Your plan needs to be able to change and grow with you.
We've all done it, right? Made a New Year's resolution to save more money. And then by March, we're right back where we started. The problem usually isn't a lack of willpower. It's that the goal itself is too vague. That's where this SMART framework is so brilliant. It turns those fuzzy wishes into a real, concrete plan you can actually follow.
I mean, just look at the difference here. I need to set aside money is, well, it's just a thought. But I need to set aside 10,000 rupees for a down payment. Now that's a target. You can build a plan around that. See how it works? It takes the guesswork out of it and gives you a clear finish line to run towards.
All right, let's talk about building your actual portfolio. And to do that, let's talk about pizza. Seriously, you wouldn't want a pizza that's all just one topping, would you? Of course not. You want a mix of flavors. Asset allocation is the exact same idea for your money. It's about spreading your investments across different types of assets to get a nice, balanced mix of growth and safety.
So, for example, if you're young, you might have a portfolio that's heavy on equities, which is just a fancy word for stocks. Think of those as the high-powered engine for your growth. But as you get older, you'll probably want to add more stable things like debt instruments, things like bonds. They're more like the steady, reliable brakes. It's all about finding the right mix that fits who you are and what your goals are.
You've heard this a million times, I'm sure. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's literally all diversification is. In today's world, it might mean not putting all your money into one hot stock or one type of industry. By spreading things out, you're making sure that if one part of your portfolio has a bad day, the others can help pick up the slack. It's your financial seatbelt.
And here's the bottom line, the thing you always have to remember. In investing, there is no such thing as a free lunch. It's a simple trade-off. If you want the chance to earn those big, exciting returns, you have to be willing to take on a little more risk. The whole key is finding that balance point on the scale, where you feel comfortable, the point where you can still sleep peacefully at night.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. We've talked about the magic of compounding, the importance of having a plan, and how to build a smart portfolio. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, but none of it means a thing without one final crucial ingredient: taking action. It's time to get started. Because at the end of the day, this isn't really about charts and numbers, is it? It's about your life. It's about that dream house, that trip you've always wanted to take, giving your kids a great education, or just having the freedom to retire without worrying. Those are the destinations. And your financial plan? That's the map that's going to get you there.
So if you're going to remember anything from our chat today, let it be this. Your financial plan is your map. Compounding is the powerful engine that will drive you forward. Diversification is your seatbelt to keep you safe on the journey. And the most important rule of all, start early, stay consistent, and always check your map.
You have everything you need right now to get started. You have the knowledge. You have the tools. And that first step, it doesn't have to be some giant leap. It can be something small. But the most important thing is that you start. So the question is, what's it going to be? What's your first move? The ball is in your court.